spinning around you, spinning around you. You want too good to be true, gold-plated. But what's inside you? But what's inside you? I know this whole city thinks it needs you, but not as much as I do, as much as I do. Yeah, 'cause you're the last of a dying breed. Write our names in the wet concrete. I wonder if the therapist knows everything about me. I'm here in search of your glory. There's been a million before me that ultra kind of love you, never walk away from. You're just the last of the real ones. 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 I am a collapsing star with tunnel vision, but only for you, but only for you. My head is stripped, just like a screw that's been tightened too many times. When I think of you, when I think of you, I will shield you from the waves. If they find you, I will protect you. I will protect you. Just tell me, tell me, tell me, I am the only one, even if it's not true, even if it's not true. Yeah, 'cause you're the last of a dying breed. Write our names in the wet concrete. I wonder if the therapist knows everything about me. I'm here in search of your glory. There's been a million before me that ultra kind of love you, never walk away from. You're just the last of the real ones. 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 You're just the last of. I'm here at the beginning of the end, oh, the end of infinity with you.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to 2K Sports, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson, sitting alongside the Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal, and the prop plane, Kenny Smith. It's basketball out in Memphis, FedExForum to be exact. We'll see the Grizzlies go up against the Oklahoma City Thunder. And for Oklahoma City, they haven't competed at the level they'd like over the last week or so. Just one win in 5 games. An intriguing matchup tonight. Two smart, experienced ball clubs. Shaq, how do you see this one playing out?
Solid execution on both sides. Each guy playing to his own strengths.
Okay. It's going to be, I think it's going to be more tactical, though, honestly. You know, if the game is played at a fast pace, that's when the benches come into play, because we'll see who has the bigger bench.
If,
You okay? You all right?
Oh.
You all right?
Man, no, I'm not.
Okay.
Oh. Kevin Harlan, take it away.
Oh, sorry, are you? Did it go down the wrong pipe?
Something did.
A beautiful evening in downtown Memphis, Tennessee. Our setting tonight, the FedExForum. Broadcasting live, 2K Sports presents the NBA. It's Monday night. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and a pair of Hall of Famers with us, Doris Burke and David Aldridge. So for the Thunder, their last game, a win against Toronto.
And when you shoot a high percentage from distance, that gives you momentum and really keeps the opponent on the ropes.
The other thing it does, Greg, it opens up the floor, right? The other team had zero answer for their outside shooting in that one.
And David Aldridge is standing by for our pregame report. David, good evening.
Well, guys, we know Russell Westbrook is a fearsome competitor, but he says you never know how long you'll be able to run like this or jump like this, so I go for it every time. I may look angry, but it's the only way I know. Yes, you look angry. Kevin?
Yeah, he's special, D.A., absolutely. Thanks. Doris, we know for a few chosen individuals, the best of the best, this is the last leg now in the race for the MVP.
That is correct, Kevin. There's been a narrative that's built all season, but sometimes the way you close out a season can ultimately decide the vote because it's the last thing in the minds of the voters. You've piled up your stats, you've tried to win as many games as possible, but a finishing kick is so important in this race.
And these players know it, don't they? I mean, they say, oh, I'm not paying attention to it, but really, I mean, come on. They're human. Of course they are, right?
They're paying attention, no doubt.
So here's Oklahoma City's starting group. The forwards, George and Grant. Westbrook and Ferguson, their backcourt, and it's Adams in at the 5, down low.
Yeah, good awareness there. He sees an opening and doesn't hesitate.
And that's not the type of defense you want to play, right? You've got to make it more difficult than that. Layups are too easy.
Now here's Westbrook, following the miss by Michael Conley. And it's Paul George with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Ref's calling it close already as he picks up a quick early foul.
First team foul.
Adams against Valanciunas. Shoots over Adams. No good from Valanciunas. Here's Oklahoma City. And there's Paul George on the assist by Adams. George has got his first basket of the night. And Holiday has it in the corner, inside. A nice shot by Caboclo.
Boy, nice feed, leading him into some space. A nice catch on the run, too. Wow.
And George gets it to go.
You know, outstanding start. You've made 3 of your first 4.
For Memphis, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Conley with it. Westbrook picks him up. Right wing. A wide open look here for Wright. Hands it from downtown. Wright's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And guys, this is what you like to see early on, gaining a little confidence from range.
Right, you like the mindset so far, Greg. If you give them room to drain it, they'll do just that.
Here's Conley following the basket by Russell Westbrook. And that one misses from Caboclo.
He definitely got nervous at the rim. I mean, he needs to make sure he finishes strong.
And that one's good, George.
Well, I like to see Paul George be assertive down low. This guy doesn't lack for confidence, and he is an accomplished scorer regardless of where he is on the floor.
Now here's Conley. 23 points for him the last game against Minnesota. And so it looks like the Grizzlies will retain possession here. Let's take a quick look at the real stats, real scores from the real NBA. Creating points off turnovers have been the calling card for these teams. Second, the Thunder.
They're so aware defensively. I mean, an opportunistic group in terms of forcing miscues and getting out in transition. And boy, do they do a great job of taking advantage.
Holiday gets the bucket.
He's known as more steady than flashy, but that was a sensational pass by Conley. He can get fancy when he needs to.
The shot's good from Westbrook.
And defensively, this is a nightmare. He's already on a roll.
Greg, the defense better start to disrupt his rhythm, or it's going to be an awfully long night for them.
Now here's Conley. And he can certainly fill it up when they need him to. He's averaging almost 21 points a game. Oklahoma City leading by 4. Here's Westbrook. It's deflected, and they'll keep possession. Grant, that's good. Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. And it's Conley with the ball for Memphis, coming off that loss against the Timberwolves.
May have been the worst effort you'll see from them all season long. Even for a game they weren't supposed to win, it should not have been that bad.
Knew it would be tough going in, but they were completely overmatched. Skill, effort, everything.
Memphis has gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Stolen by George. And George with the stuff.
I don't know if you can do it any better on both ends than they have tonight.
I don't think you can ask for anything more, Greg. What a wonderful job establishing a lead early in this one.
So timeout called here. The first for Memphis.
And Paul George, a terrific two-way player, an all-star, an all-NBA performer, and multiple all-defense selections. And while we've got a chance, let's check out the stats for Paul George. He's putting up about 28 points a game, 8 rebounds, and just over 2 steals. He has been terrific throughout, putting up some huge numbers offensively.
Well, and this is exactly who he is, a flat-out scoring machine. You plug him in and let him go to work.
Valanciunas, good.
Well, not to be denied, right? Jonas Valanciunas takes a hit and still finishes through contact.
Westbrook, and that one clearly a foul, gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
What I love about Russell Westbrook is his single-minded pursuit of a championship. But boy, you better bring your game if you're a member of the media. He wants good questions in an orderly fashion.
And Russell Westbrook with plenty of accolades to his name, but all interview team? Dora is unlikely to be mentioned there.
Kev, I wouldn't call him loquacious in the postgame. He lets his play do the talking, certainly. And Kevin, that speaks volumes in and of itself.
That's good from Westbrook. Doris, last year the NBA signed a deal to broadcast G League games on the internet channel Twitch.
Well, you know Adam Silver is always looking at new methods for broadcasting this great league and the G League. And I think we live in an era of an increasingly digital world. The next generation views their platforms in non-traditional, non-linear fashion. So to me, this is really smart decision-making.
I know you're a big Twitch watcher yourself. You subscribe, and like me, you love the G League.
I'm always twitching.
Now, here is Holiday. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game.
And really just unselfish basketball on the interior. That's the kind of pass a coach loves to see.
Here's Adams. Ferguson kicks to George. 6 for 6. He's yet to miss from the field.
Boy, what a quarter for this guy. Just give him the basketball and get out of the way.
Conley, the pass to Wright. And Holiday has it in the corner. It's good from long range. Holiday's got 6.
I'll tell you, they're willing to give him that shot, and he takes advantage of it.
That's good for George on the assist by Grant.
Boy, he has exploded. You couldn't ask for a better quarter from a guy.
Got a piece of it. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Westbrook.
And now a moment to see the stats for Conley. Unbelievable play for him over the last month. 12th in scoring, and he's among the top 20 players in three-point field goal percentage. He has been locked and loaded from beyond.
And yeah, one of the most dangerous scorers in the game. He's already come up big in some key games this year. His teammates really feed off his presence, I think. And it's Paul George with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Second team foul.
Valanciunas with the ball. 20 points for him last game against Minnesota.
I thought his physicality was crucial, too. You know, he kept the defense on their toes and repeatedly got to the free throw line.
And so it's Oklahoma City with it after Memphis gets the 3.
What you love about Paul George is if he understands he's got his game in rhythm, he's going to stay aggressive.
Now Conley. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. They double-team Conley. Here's Holiday. And no good. Oklahoma City leading by 8. Now, here's George. There he goes again. That's his 9th straight basket. He's a perfect 9 for 9. His leads have gone 7 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter. They get a hand on it, and it's out of bounds. The Grizzlies able to retain possession here. As we close in on the start of the playoffs, let's see how the West is stacking up. Taking a look at Oklahoma City. They're trying to get in the playoffs here. If they stay the course, they will. And, of course, Memphis. They're much further down in the standings right now.
And I think for Oklahoma City, they've stayed right there, just in sniffing distance of the conference leaders. That's a solid accomplishment at this stage of the season.
Yeah, even so, though, I'm sure they're not satisfied just being near the top of the standings. They're going to be looking to make a major push as the season winds down.
Here is Conley. Out to the wing. Holiday inside the line. Not enough on that one as it misses. And it's Westbrook with the ball. He brings it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. A 12-point game. And it's Conley penetrating. Three-pointer right. The rebound by Steven Adams. Adams has got his 4th rebound in this one. To the paint. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Michael Conley picks one up. Russell Westbrook's mantra is, why not? Way of daring himself to greater heights.
I think, Kevin, in time, it became a way to build confidence to take on the world. That why not? Who says you can't? He lives by that maxim, and I love it, Kevin.
Shooting 2.
And he makes the first.
So, Kevin, Russell Westbrook wins the 2017 MVP award. Does he relax and rest on his laurels? Heck no. This guy is just striving for greatness. I love it.
So Memphis ends up going with the new group. The Thunder also changing it up. Patterson comes in for George. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Terrence Ferguson. And both free throws good for Westbrook. So many aspects go into developing, Doris, a winning team, coaching players, all the front office moves. How much do you think ownership affects that equation?
Well, I think it's absolutely critical. Leadership starts at the top down. And what kind of organization do you want? What kinds of behaviors will you tolerate? What kinds of things do you emphasize in terms of what you want your culture to be about? And to me, that starts at the top. When you look at the organizations that have great history with sustained success, it starts at the top with ownership.
I like your word culture. That makes so much sense.
Yeah, he's got to make some adjustments here. Just too easy to score in the lane against them right now.
But, Greg, no resistance, right? They're allowing them to get any kind of shot they want close. That simply can't happen.
Looking at me now, see me off at sacks, in and out make backs. Most of all, ain't like these actors lining all they raps. Oh, I'm nothing like these rappers lining all they acts. I spit all the facts. I put some ice on my wrist. Everywhere I pop out is dancing. I hit the crowd with some. Soon as I walk out, they stand there. I had to be patient for this. I'm the man now, was the man then. I have my way with him. I'm the man now, was the man then.
And a look now at the various locations of the shots taken so far for George.
And really what jumps out to me about this shot chart is just how aggressive he's been when on the floor. I mean, he's doing everything he can to get as close to the hoop as possible before putting up that shot, and it's worked out in a big way for him and his team.
To the inside, and Adams sends it back.
And the defense of Steven Adams is so important to this team. They depend on him to be a rim protector now.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
The Grizzlies shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game.
And I think this is a strength of this team. Solid numbers at the line across the board, 77% collectively.
No good on the free throw.
You know, part of what you love about Joakim Noah is his leadership ability. He inspires his teammates to raise their level with the way he plays.
Good on the second free throw. The Thunder probably the best team in the league at creating extra opportunities.
And they do it in two ways, Kevin. They are a team that emphasizes offensive rebounds and forcing turnovers. So they make you feel them, and they make things happen with their activity.
And they've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass here tonight, guys.
Count that one. And that's now 10 points for Russell Westbrook.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
And finished off by Westbrook.
The motor of Russell Westbrook is absolutely amazing. This guy stays with his shot even through the tough contact.
And Steven Adams came into this league at 19, already a physical specimen, and has only gotten stronger. Just a bruising presence down low.
Burton's checked in for Jeremy Grant.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
That one misses for Westbrook. And plenty of bumping and elbowing inside as ever. Steven Adams strong enough, though, to come out on top of that battle.
Yeah, not shy at all about contact. Grew up the youngest of 18 children. He had to hit above his weight for over a decade. Now he's got the upper hand.
Good.
Well, this is the classic hot hand, right? If he can keep it up, their lead will be safe.
Schroeder against Carter. Pass to Rab. Clock at 6. Here's Dorsey. Drains it from 17 feet out. The Thunder leading by 15. And Westbrook gets it to go. Westbrook's got 16 points.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Carter against Schroeder. Rab kicks to Dorsey. Again, Memphis.
Wow, hats off to him for making that one. You can't find a much tougher shot than that.
Right side, Westbrook. Drops in the layup for 2. 18 points for him.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
Pass to Dorsey from the arc. And the call will be against Joakim Noah. That's his first foul. Noel's checked in for Oklahoma City.
Nerlens Noel.
Left side, Westbrook. Falls right in. He is 8 for 11 with that shot.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
The Grizzlies trail by 19. Carter kicks to Dorsey. From the high post. No good off the front iron. Dorsey's gone 2 for 5, shooting 40% from the field here. Here's Westbrook. Again, the Thunder score.
And that set them apart today, guys. Their success with the mid-range.
Memphis has gone 4 of 8 on their three-point attempts, doing a lot of work from way outside here in the first quarter. And Westbrook throws it down.
Russell Westbrook right now creating havoc with his defensive abilities. My goodness.
And for Memphis, they're shooting to start out this game about 43%. Stolen by Westbrook. All alone, and the dunk by Westbrook.
And guys, they've come out and established a rhythm. And also their play calling has been on point.
Yeah, I think that's exactly how they've built this lead. They played as one, shared the basketball, running their offense to perfection.
Offensive rebound, Rab, the pass to Noah. Nobody near Parsons. And that time, also a missed shot. And Westbrook, here we go. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. Westbrook's got 28 points for the game. A minute 42 left in the first. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Here's Rab. Patterson defending. 5 to shoot. Carter kicks to Rab. And another miss by Memphis.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
And really focused on establishing dominance down low. And guys, it's working.
Oh, no doubt. I think they've controlled the paint. They've used their size and strength to get off any shot they want.
Knocked loose. Westbrook with the steal. And finished off by Westbrook.
Now the superb athleticism of Russell Westbrook on full display. The vertical out of this world.
And a great second look there. Another Unleash Chaos replay. Brought to you by the Under Armour Hover Havoc. Carter dishes to Parsons. Rabb kicks to Parsons. And Carter has it in the corner. Hands it from downtown. Carter's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
Parsons known for his scoring, but he is a big-time passer as well.
Here's Patterson. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Carter, the pass to Noah. Down low. And he jams it with authority.
Give credit where credit is due right there. A terrific assist.
And first timer of the game called for Oklahoma City.
All right, fans, let's get up. Let's get loud for your Grizz Girls.
Morris is checked in for Patrick Patterson. And it's Schroeder with the ball. He brings it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. And it's blocked.
And on the glass so far, it hadn't even been close.
Passes it to Dorsey. Out to Carter. From deep. And it's Noel with the rebound. And here we go with Morris, running it up the court. Jacks up a 3. That one misses. From deep three-point range, Russell Westbrook has been leading the charge for Oklahoma City. They kept going to him again and again, and he delivered with a monster quarter. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. Paul George had that nasty broken leg back in 2014. He describes what inspired him to come back even stronger.
My inspiration really came from my mother. You know, her dealing with stroke, her dealing with really being down and out. You know, I saw her fight back. That was enough for me in my darkest days. I knew it was nothing to what my mom went through, and she came out perfectly fine, so.
Well, what a story. George worked hard to get back and is not disappointed in his return.
You know, recovering from a devastating injury is never easy, but George's perspective and commitment helped him to overcome it.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And for the Thunder here, they've been putting on a show, guys.
I mean, they're winning the turnover battle, and oftentimes that can swing things your way.
Well, you really like the activity on the defensive end. Outstanding, jumping into passing lanes and coming up with steals.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. So the Thunder 5 right now. We've got Russell Westbrook. Morris is out there with Nerlens Noel. Then there's Dennis Schroeder, and it's Burton in at the 3 spot. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. A player who can calm down a team in a very interesting intersection in a game is a valued commodity. And Doris, you see a lot of these players every game in the league that have that quality.
You do, and you could go across any number of organizations. I would begin with Chris Paul, who has the ability to hit big shots, either on his own ability to break a defender down or to find the right person to create that opportunity. Sean Livingston of the Golden State Warriors and Andre Iguodala of the Golden State Warriors are two what I like to call stabilizers. And then the other great guy, of course, we have to include him in every conversation, is LeBron James, because he can dictate the outcome of a game on a possession-by-possession basis.
The Grizzlies making a switch here. Conley's checked in. And Oklahoma City with a change here, too. Ferguson's checked in for Russell Westbrook. He hits the second from the line. And so it's Oklahoma City with it. Next up will be a home game matched up against the Pacers. That game marks the start of a 5-game homestand, the longest of the season.
Well, he has the frame and the aggressiveness to take on contact. Morris finishing the play and one. You see, Markieff Morris, to me, is a guy I want on my team. He came into the league as a tremendous mid-range shooter, but he understands today's NBA, you need the three-point ball as part of your arsenal, and he's worked to get it. You know he's going to rebound. He's going to defend at a high level. I love Markieff Morris.
One shot.
That free throw good from Morris. You're talking about Morris. You need guys on the roster who complement everyone, yet give you consistent production.
Maybe the best attribute of Markieff Morris is the edge he plays with, because when he's engaged, he can give you a level of physicality that's crucial in today's NBA. There's a tough guy attitude that he wears on his sleeve, and I love it. And a surprise, he doesn't knock that down. Defense a little too lax that time.
And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by George. Jonas Valanciunas, he's checked in for Memphis.
Jonas Valanciunas.
Right outside. And Holiday has it in the corner. Drills the three-pointer. Holiday's got 12 in the game.
Well, listen, there's no one around him, and he says thank you very much. Wide open look at three, as easy as that.
It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Conley kicks to right. To the middle. Pass to Rab. Conley surveying the D. 5 to shoot. Holiday gets the bucket.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
And it's out of bounds. Oklahoma City able to retain possession here. And a look at the locations on the floor where he's been shooting the ball.
This is the shot chart of a dominant performance. I mean, he's taking a lot of shots because right now he believes that every shot he does take is going in. And who can blame him with the way he's played? Simply outstanding work coming from him.
Knocked loose. He kicks to Conley. Back to Holiday. And that one falls, coming off Conley's feet. Conley's got his 4th assist in this one. Oklahoma City leading by 19. Whistle blows, bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
And with that basket, he's able to end a 10-0 run by Memphis.
Oh, George is so versatile, Doris. He could play in any system, don't you think?
Oh, I completely concur, Kevin. This is a man who can create offense with the ball in his hands. In a secondary role, we know he can be a knockdown shooter, and we're talking about an elite NBA defender. So any team in the league could use a player like PG.
One shot, gentlemen.
When you think about Billy Donovan, to me, he's a guy who values trust and building relationships with players. This guy is not a dictator. He wants to help players grow and develop, and that helps you win.
Timeout called, the Grizzlies. And for Coach Billy Donovan, the process of developing NBA players, Doris, has to be different than it was in college.
Oh, no doubt. At the pro level, many guys are making more money than you are. A lot of them have families. They've already grown into themselves. But to me, he still emphasizes the fact that great relationships with your players is important.
And here we can check out the story on Jonas Valanciunas. Since the break, he's been simply stellar. 8th in blocks, and he's among the top 15 in rebounding. Just a powerful presence in the paint.
And his ability to patrol the lane is a difference maker for that team. Exceptional timing and anticipation. That's why he's a top 10 shot blocker.
And really, the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
Count it, good.
Well, this is why Jeremy Grant's size is important. Stretches out beautifully whenever he's close to the rack.
For Memphis, they've gotten all but one of their 7 shots in the second quarter to drop. Pretty impressive. Pass to Valanciunas. Over Morris. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
And George gets it to go.
And this is a shot Paul George makes consistently, right? When he's in rhythm, he's ready to fire off the bounce.
Conley kicks to Holiday. In the corner, right with it. To the paint. Here's Conley, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Conley's got his first bucket in this one.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Here's George. Buries it down low.
Assistant, Jeremy Grant.
And here is Conley. He dishes it to Holiday. Right wing. Out to Conley. But they recover it. And Holiday has it in the corner. Lets it go with a 3. Morris with the rebound.
All the time in the world to get that one off.
George uses the glass to finish the layup. George has got 29.
How about Paul George? Puts it on the deck, uses that explosive quickness. This guy is really hard to contain.
And it's Paul George with the finish.
Now, Paul George is an exceptional athlete and demonstrating his insane dunking skills there. Get this guy in the dunk competition.
Memphis has gotten half their shots from three-point range to go down in the second quarter. 3 of 6 from downtown. Bounce pass, Conley. Valanciunas, good.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Here's Schroeder. The shot's good on the assist by George. Schroeder's got 4 points this quarter.
And just showing you his determination despite the size difference.
I mean, how does he get that shot off? I mean, he had to angle that perfectly to get past the defender.
Conley's shot is off.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Boy, that's the length of Jonas Valanciunas on the defensive end. Not easy to get a shot over the 7-footer.
And that one's good. Right. Here's Schroeder. 26 points for him last game against the Raptors in Toronto. Here's George. Banked in off the glass. George has got 33.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Schroeder against Conley. He feeds it to Holiday. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Grant's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And George, here we go.
Well, you love how Paul George finishes on the drive. That is a powerful dunker right there.
And so it's Conley bringing up the ball for the Memphis Grizzlies. Their last meeting was in Oklahoma City, where they were unable to fight off the Thunder.
And turnovers were the story for them when they saw each other last. I mean, just a heartbreaking way to lose the game.
And the Thunder making a switch here. Adams checked in. Here's Schroeder. And a miss there on the triple.
Well, the struggles from the field continue for this guy. The way it's going, he shouldn't be more than a secondary option for them at this point.
Back to Conley. And he converts the layup.
Boy, you have got to love the dime, the pass on time and on target.
Here's Schroeder. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Schroeder's got 6.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Now here's Conley. Fires the 3. It's hauled in by Paul George.
Well, that's the shot they want. He always has the green light when he's that open. Boy, one miss isn't going to change that.
And Greg, certainly the knock on Dennis Schroeder is play on the defensive end.
Nobody questions how effective he is on offense. I just think he has a tendency to take a few too many plays off and too many chances on defense. If he wants to be viewed as a top point guard in this league, he'll need to show some consistency on the defensive end.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That's good from Schroeder.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
Patterson, he's checked in for the Thunder. He makes 1 of 2 that time. Valanciunas doesn't play a ton of minutes, Doris, but fans feel he should be playing more.
Well, there's certainly a lot to like about Valanciunas' game. And how about last season? Because the NBA is changing, he can now step beyond the three-point arc and make those shots consistently. That will elevate his position and standing.
Here's Wright after the made shot from Dennis Schroeder. Conley's shot is off.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Here's Patterson, and he overshot that one, missing.
Kicking himself on that one. That is the shot he wanted.
Well, that's usually money in the bank for that guy. Not sure how he missed that one.
Memphis moving it around. Count that one. Caboclo's got 6.
That is really solid offense. You cannot waste those chances.
Here's Ferguson, and it's good, 2 points.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
And for the Grizzlies, they're shooting here about 46% for the game. Now the feed to Valanciunas. And it's Valanciunas finishing it off.
Well, Kevin, to steal a line from you, up high and down hard, Jonas Valanciunas. Go ahead, big fella.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City.
Fans who wants a free t-shirt, make some noise! We just open I'm the headline. But you know, I'm about to ship 3-wheel off top. You got your deal off the man, I got my deal off the prop. But you know, I'm connected like Dove with ice cubes in my watch and Doves on the black band. But you know, I'm getting paid cause I do all the work. It's rainy days if we don't move out, we go for search. You know, I'm on the block, fam, in the cream drop land. Mostly cats with deals, y'all ain't hot, man. I'm about to do it again, you about to lose it again. It's show and tell.
So Memphis going with almost an entire new group here. Joakim Noah, he's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Chandler Parsons comes in for Justin Holiday. Tyler Dorsey's checked in for DeLon Wright, and it's Carter in for Mike Conley. Burton's checked in for the Thunder.
What a difference in the second quarter. His shooting, much more confidence, much more accuracy.
The Grizzlies shooting a sweet 57% clip in quarter number 2. Carter with it. Now guarded by Schroeder. Inside, and he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
I'll tell you, it was the sharp passing that led to that shot. Terrific teamwork.
Adams' shot is good.
Listen, there is a touch and a confidence about Steven Adams. If he's in the paint, he will get it done.
To the middle, here's Noah. And there's the bucket. Staying with it on the offensive glass, getting it done.
Well, second chance points can come from extreme effort on the offensive glass. Case in point there.
And that one's good. Burton.
And some guys just have a nose for scoring, and this one couldn't have been any easier.
Well, really good awareness by the scorer. You're seeing an opening in the defense and exploiting it beautifully.
And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back.
Taking a look here at the numbers for Schroeder, how the second half of the season has shaped up for him, averaging 15 points a game, 4 assists, and 4 rebounds. And this is the kind of strong, steady play you like to see. He's earning his keep and helping them win games.
I think they need more consistency from him, and they're getting it. Look for this to continue. I love it.
And Dennis Schroeder gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game. The Grizzlies making a switch here. Rabs checked in.
Second team foul. Substitution for the Grizzlies. Ivan Rab.
Carter against Schroeder, and the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Schroeder. Let's now go to the 2K leaderboard to look at the teams that specialize in intimidation. Here are the real stats, real scores from the real NBA. The Grizzlies fourth.
I mean, terrific rim protection. I mean, they rotate and help on the inside as well as anybody. And, of course, you want to keep offenses on the outside shooting jump shots, and that continues to be the goal.
Carter, the pass to Rab, powered down with both hands.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with 2 hands on that stuff. And that one's good. Burton.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
There's the pass to Dorsey. Kicks to Noah. Parsons outside.
2 minutes remaining first half. 2 minutes.
Here's Rab. He's covered by Grant. Was shot by Dorsey. No good.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Here's Adams. It's rebounded by Memphis. Carter outside. Adams brings the double team. Here's Dorsey. That 3 off the mark.
Boy, the way he's been going, he is not going to be the guy to turn this around.
Grant tries again. It's blocked. Parsons passes to Carter. The rebound by Patterson. Oklahoma City's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Here's Burton. Got a piece of it. Parsons outside. And that one drops. Parsons got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
I tell you, that's a nice adjustment by Parsons. Carves out just enough space to get that one off.
Yep, it counts.
And how about the excellent court vision? Just keeping the defense off balance.
I'll tell you, Greg, his passing has been absolutely outstanding. He is threading the needle right now. How good is that pass? Certainly makes the offensive opportunity easy.
And it's Patterson finishing it off.
Well, a convincing finish by Patrick Patterson, giving us a demonstration of the kind of power he has at his disposal.
The Grizzlies shooting a sweet 57% clip in quarter number 2. Carter kicks to Parsons. There's the triple. That's in there. Carter with the assist. Carter's got his 5th assist in this one.
Boy, it took him a while to warm up, but since the second quarter, he's on fire.
Here's Patterson. Ball's knocked loose, and it's out of bounds. Oklahoma City able to retain possession here. A different look for Oklahoma City. Nerlens Noel comes in for Patrick Patterson. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Dennis Schroeder.
Russell Westbrook.
32 seconds left to play in the first half. And that one, good.
And honestly, you hope for more of this from Nerlens Noel moving forward. This guy must develop his interior game.
Knocks it loose. Westbrook with the steal. And now the fast break. Westbrook with the ball. Basket counts. Westbrook's got 34 points.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends, steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
Westbrook against Carter. High arcing shot. Here's Noah. Lays it up off the glass. Noah's got his second basket of the night.
That's second chance points, right? If you want to keep Joakim Noah off the glass, you better do your work early.
A dominating first half of basketball, and so far hasn't been close. It's the Thunder just dominating this one. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings, friends and neighbors. One half down, another half to go. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Paul George taking care of business in this one. He had 35 points, 3 rebounds, and 1 assist. Kenny, let's get your take on Oklahoma City.
They have run their offense straight out of a coach's textbook tonight. Both ball and player movement have been excellent. And the result of all that movement, almost all high-quality shots they're generating. It's pretty to watch. Very good fundamental basketball.
Shaq, your take on Memphis.
Well, they gave up too many good looks. You look at the field goal percentage against them, this tells the whole story. Not enough activity defensively, not enough disruption, Ernie. Like Kenny disrupts me all the time, not enough disruption.
And that's going to do it for us here. The second half of action is coming your way.
Welcome back, folks. Pleased to have you with us tonight again here at the FedExForum in downtown Memphis, Tennessee. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. You look at Paul George in this game, guys, he's been everywhere.
You know, and as effective as he was at slashing to the hoop in that first half, even better at finishing once he got there.
You know, he's so explosive. That little cut he makes, and then it's life above the rim.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Conley out there with Wright. Then there's Jonas Valanciunas, and it's Caboclo in at the 4. And that's the group for J.B. Bickerstaff as we begin the second half.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. There's the call. Memphis gets the foul.
Russell Westbrook, an absolute terror, someone who uses his body so well to draw contact.
The Thunder have gone 7 of 9 from the free throw line tonight.
Two.
And he makes the first. He's off on the second. And so it's Conley bringing up the ball for Memphis. To the paint, and it's Valanciunas finishing it off.
You know, didn't need 2 hands for that slam. One will do just fine.
You're right. He can save the other hand for the next time. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing.
Well, to say it's not easy to guard Russell Westbrook is an understatement. This guy's quickness and leaping ability make him a nightmare.
2 shots.
The free throw drops for Russell Westbrook. And both free throws good for Westbrook. Here is Conley. Shoots over Adams. And that one comes up a bit short. The Thunder shooting the lights out in this one, 77%. George. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
Assisted.
George has got 37. The Grizzlies have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Doris, I'm looking at Jeremy Grant, a second-round pick back in 2014 out of Syracuse. The Grant family has produced a number of NBA players. What do you think caused him to slip to the second round?
Well, Jeremy Grant was definitely a young man drafted on potential. Here we have a great athlete whose game is still sort of rounding its way out. He has gotten on the floor in the NBA because of his defense, his ability to run in transition, and I think on the offensive end, there are a number of areas he can improve on. He can become a knockdown mid-range shooter. He can get 8 to 10 points in transition or offensive rebounds. There's a lot to like here, Kevin.
Here's Holiday. Paul George making his last shot. Over a minute and a half into the third quarter of action. That shot off. Now the Grizzlies take it the other way. Here's Wright. He has 5. And that one, good. Holiday's got 21.
I know how popular threes are in the NBA, but boy, you can't do better than those quality looks in the paint.
Here's George. That's good, and so Westbrook comes up with the assist. Westbrook's got assist number 5 here tonight.
This guy's trying to close this game out in style. He's not going to stop attacking until he's sure this win is in the books.
Here's George. Good. George has got 43 points.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Stolen by George. Yep, that one goes. George has got 10 points in just the second half.
Boy, they have leaned on this guy to carry their offense today, and he has come through with flying colors.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, it seems every season new records are set for the number of three-pointers made and attempted. It's proven to be successful, and of course, it is a copycat league. It's hard to know why it took so long for everyone to catch on, but now that they have, the effects continue to ripple throughout the league.
They sure have.
He did not.
Keeping the pressure on and starting to pad this lead around the halfway point.
Yeah, seems like they're starting to pull away a bit right now. They just look a little faster and a little hungrier than the opposition right now.
Holiday, no one around him. And again, Memphis, no good.
And they've just tried everything to stem the tide here, but nothing seems to work.
Greg, I think this other team is just in a zone right now. They're clicking on the offensive end, and the defense starting to look frustrated.
Double team on Holiday to stop the run. And again, Memphis, no good.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
And finished off by Westbrook.
And they're just dominating on both ends. And it's reflected now in the score.
Oh, absolutely, Greg. They're absolutely rolling in sync totally on both the offensive and defensive ends.
Valanciunas finds Conley. Lets it go with a 3. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Adams has got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. And it's Westbrook missing.
Not the kind of strong finish it should have been. Something threw him off.
And it's Valanciunas finishing it off.
Yeah, getting theirs before the defense can set up.
Boy, just a step quicker than the defense, really. Catching them off guard and capitalizing well.
And he can smell blood in the water. Excellent finish.
I'll tell you got to admire the energy. This guy really wants to put this one away.
Wright looking around, trying to break that ice-cold streak.
Listen, that's a look he can hit, but right now he can't throw it in the ocean.
It's Westbrook with the drive. 2 points. That one goes. Westbrook's got 43 points.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
Conley gets the bucket. Oklahoma City shooting an almost unfair 78% from the field. To the inside, Holiday, and that one falls coming off Conley's feet. Conley's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. Here's George, and the rejection by Valanciunas. Holiday against George. Outside Holiday. Some nice passing there by Memphis. Shot clock at 6. Here's Caboclo. And the 3 off target. So it's the Thunder now. Adams with it. And Holiday picks him up defensively. Yes, that goes in. Adams has got his 2nd bucket of the game to go.
Boy, Adams showing a bit of quickness on the drive. Fantastic athleticism for a guy his size.
And so Conley will bring the ball up for Memphis. Got a piece of it. Stolen by George. Adams trying to free himself up. And George gets it to go. George has got 51.
To tell you, Kevin, that's Paul George with true strength on the take, not allowing anyone to get in his way.
Holiday left side. His 3-pointer's off the mark.
And so much for repeating the 3-point barrage he put on in the first half. Nothing here in the second.
Kevin, this is a case where it's just the pure strength of Paul George, able to fight through contact so well on these shots.
He's gone 1 of 1 in the game so far from the line. Noel's checked in for Oklahoma City. Markieff Morris comes in for Jeremy Grant.
One shot.
Well, you love the energy out there. Paul George is an extremely confident, extremely versatile player, and he brings a great level of activity to both ends.
Parsons for 3. No good that time.
Timeout.
And Oklahoma City will go with it the other way.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City.
And Chandler Parsons, a player who's just had some bad luck with injury. Yeah, you think back to when he was at full health and how impactful of a player he was. Still working to get back to that level, but it's been a long journey for Parsons.
Checked in for George. While we have a break, we can see which teams have made the most of their second chance opportunities over the last 10 games. Number 1, the Thunder.
I mean, you love their aggressiveness, not settling for one shot offensively, but really running down those loose boards and converting for extra points.
And with Parsons, it wasn't that long ago he was a top small forward with his scoring and playmaking.
You know, at one time thought to be the ideal small forward, you know, to give you a little bit of everything on the floor, could get to the rim, could stretch it with the perimeter shooting, and a solid defender. His outside shooting, I think, still there, but the burst that allowed him to get good looks is something injuries may have taken away.
Westbrook with the steal. And now Westbrook pushing it up. No one back to stop him. And Westbrook throws it down.
Well, this guy knows how to do this in the open floor. Russell Westbrook in transition is the most dangerous player.
And for the Grizzlies, they're shooting 39% from the floor since the half. Not really what they had in mind. Parsons with it. 10 points for him. Down low. Conley gets the bucket. Conley's got 8 points in the quarter.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Grizzlies will take it.
Well, that's an example of two teammates on a different page. They're both looking at each other like, hey, what was going on there?
Carter, he's checked in for Mike Conley. And Carter has it in the corner. Misses the three. Oklahoma City's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Ferguson misses. The Grizzlies shooting 47%, pretty solid. Carter outside. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Westbrook. Here's what Oklahoma City's schedule is looking like. On Wednesday, they'll head back home to host the Indiana Pacers. Then on Friday, they'll be taking on Paul Millsap and the Denver Nuggets.
Yeah, and for the game with the Mavericks, this is one where it would take a complete meltdown for them not to come away with the win. Anything can happen, but I'd be shocked if they don't come out on top.
Got that bucket in no time at all. Burton's got 7 points in the game.
3-point shooting since the half has been about as good as you could ask for.
Carter kicks to Dorsey. Memphis moving that ball around. And again, Memphis no good. Oklahoma City's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. Burton no good. And so it's Parsons with it. He'll bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. Carter right side. Knocked loose. Oh, and a fast break for Oklahoma City. And Morris throws it down.
Well, this is what you like to see from Morris, being aggressive. Hammer it down with authority, big man.
Now the Grizzlies with it. Now Carter. Passes it to Rab. Noah up on top. Carter, the pass to Parsons. Here's Rab, and Carter has it in the corner. 6 to shoot. And it's off the back rim, no good.
Boy, he has been cold for a while now.
Yeah, starting to look like it's taking its toll mentally. He doesn't look like himself.
Defensively, this is what you know. He's coming off a hot game and looking to keep it rolling.
Well, you want to slow this man's roll right now if you're the defense, because you've got to make somebody else beat you. He's cooking right now.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down, try to get some easy ones.
Ferguson misses. So it's the Grizzlies now. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
It's good on the putback.
Oh, big time putback there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder. Here's Morris. Sinks that one from the post. Morris has got his third basket of the night.
Yeah, the thing about Markieff Morris, he does a terrific job converting inside.
Carter dishes to Noah. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
I think you always have to be looking for the man in the middle, and he finds him with a great feed that time. Boy, that's what you call timing. He doesn't have to break stride on the pass.
59 seconds left to play in the third. Carter kicks it to Noah. The dish to Dorsey. Back to Noah. And Noah with the slam.
That's a big-time throwback throwdown by Joakim Noah. Go to work, big man.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City.
Just your average hood. rings are getting rich. You know, my crib big like a football field. You around like I signed a football field. But you know, I take 15 minutes to drop a track. Yeah, I take half a minute. But you know, I make them bounce all across the globe. I got your a franchise like a Houston Rockets. And every 8 months is when I usually drop it. You know, I got the streets on lock. I like my beats with knock. You know.
And Oklahoma City making a change here. Diallo's checked in.
And let's take a look at Chandler Parsons' numbers. His last 10 games, he's averaging about 7 points a game, 2 rebounds, and 2 assists. And those numbers, solid, not spectacular, and sometimes what you see is what you get.
There's no doubt. This is a guy who understands his role, knows he's got to give you quality minutes, and that's what they expect from him.
Now here is Carter. Parsons for 3. Burton grabs the miss. 29 seconds left to play here in the third. Here's Diallo. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
And really the story of the half, one team shooting it lights out, the other, the lights are just out.
Yeah, that's right. You said it. They don't find a way to switch it back on. They're in trouble.
Carter, the pass to Dorsey. Westbrook against Carter. There's the double team with Westbrook. 6 on the shot clock. Tries it from 19. It's off. And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder holding an unbelievable lead as the quarter wraps up. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
We call that, Greg, putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Taking a look at the Thunder, they've got Patrick Patterson, Diallo out there with Felton. Then there's Markieff Morris, and it's Burton in at the 3.
High-quality shot from Felton connects there with consistency.
Carter, the pass to Rabb, and he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Yeah, just a simple one-hand flush.
I think he got a few more inches on his vertical by going with the spike. Stripped away. Poked away. To the middle. Here's Washburn. The teardrop falls in.
I'll tell you, the floater is a shot that takes great touch, but that one looked pretty leaving his fingertips.
Here's Diallo. And that comes off the assist by Raymond Felton.
Listen, if you're open, Felton will find you. He has just such a great feel for the game.
Here's Washburn. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Doris, you think of all the highlight reel plays we get to see up close. We're so lucky. We feel the same way every time we sit courtside and watch one of these games. One of the most enjoyable parts about it, seeing the reactions of the guys on the bench.
They're just losing it, Kevin. They're falling down or they're bumping into each other, and then seeing the opposing bench trying to keep that poker face. They know they're not supposed to react, but sometimes the play is just so good you can't help it.
And we get out of our seats, don't we? I mean, just like the players do. We get out of our seats.
Oh, no doubt. I'll stand up, wave my hands in the air. Are you kidding?
He hits both from the stripe. Oklahoma City shooting the lights out in this one, 77%. Patterson, that's good.
Well, I think this is where they'd like to see Patrick Patterson be effective, get his points in tight, make nice, efficient moves to the rim.
Here's Parsons, and Parsons slams it in.
Oh, fellas, that was vicious two-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one. The shot's good.
Amazing how he gets this one to go. Size doesn't matter.
What fearlessness, right? He likes to go at taller defenders, and he shows he has what it takes to get it done.
Doris, for both charting game action and improving player health, the players now are being tracked by the player tracking devices or chips in their jersey during a game.
I love it, Kevin, because what it enables teams to do is measure the impact and the toll it can take on a player. For example, we now know that player X ran 5 miles on this particular night in this game action environment. And what that affords you is, okay, if you have a back-to-back situation, then you're going to be more careful with that player's minutes the next night. Or if it's an off day, Kevin, you can just say to that player, listen, unless we're doing a walkthrough, you're not involved. I want you off your feet and recovering. Anything that helps the competitive environment that these players are playing in, I'm all for it, Kev.
That was an excellent example. I like that. And the shot is good.
Boy, defender taken out of the play with a rock-solid screen. No way he's going to get through that.
Here's Diallo, and he uses the glass on the layup. Diallo's got 4 points this quarter.
And you have to admire his focus. Not a good matchup for him in terms of size differential.
No, but that play is about his will, right? He won't back down from the big man. He's going to take it right to him.
Carter against Felton.
Exactly the kind of ball movement they're looking for.
For Oklahoma City, they've gone 7 of 7 from the field to start the final quarter. What an amazing start. Diallo, it's blocked. Pass to Parsons. Memphis moving it around. Out to the right wing. Lets the three fly. Buries the long-range jumper. And so it's Felton who will bring it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
How about the vision of Markieff Morris? Hits the open man, has a good feel for the game. Boy, this guy can do a lot of things.
Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Here's Washburn. Here's Rabb. Burton grabs the miss. Burton's got 4 rebounds in this game. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
To the paint. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
Boy, as aggressive as he's been hitting all these shots, they're still behind.
Here's Diallo. It's deflected, and he's able to get it back. And he makes that one. Diallo's got 10 points in the quarter.
You know, you have to like that he's still getting quality touches and delivering now after getting blanked in the first half.
Down low, Parsons, and Parsons slams it in.
Well, the dilemma, Parsons can beat you from outside and you give up the rim rattle instead.
Time called here, the Thunder decide to talk it over. Last season, Doris, the NBA hosting 4 regular season games in Mexico, celebrating the 25th anniversary of the NBA playing in Mexico City.
Well, Kevin, you know this. Mexico City is the 5th largest city in the world. You are a geographic expert. This is a gateway to all of Latin America, and the NBA, as always, eager to expand their presence in new markets.
I agree. And the fact, Doris, they're so progressive has just, given them so much new things, revenue, growth avenues to follow. It just opens up a whole new area where they can grow.
Never rest on your laurels, Kevin. Always work hard, just like the great Kevin Harlan does.
And I wait. Success, I blow more horizons. Left brain and right brain dividing. Sad frames, I watch plays inside it. And I'm out to snaz where you find it. I smell the breeze in the morning.
Jonas Valanciunas, he's checked in for Memphis. Dennis Schroeder's checked in for Oklahoma City. Well, they're really making a point of keeping the ball moving around.
That's the key. The D can't focus on one player, and no matter what anybody tells you, that ball will always move quicker than the defender.
Here's Washburn. Off target from outside. Oklahoma City dictating the flow. Here's Burton. And yes, it's good. Burton's got 6 in the quarter.
You know, since halftime, he's finally started to shoot with confidence.
Memphis has gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Valanciunas inside, covered by Morris. A second chance effort, and Valanciunas with the layup.
Well, Jonas Valanciunas has the instincts, the size, and the smarts to go ahead and take advantage of those missed shots and create them into points.
Shot good by Diallo.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter, just served him up.
The Grizzlies shooting straight 49% from the field. Fires the 3. He's off on that one, and it's Oklahoma City the other way. Here's Burton, and there's another one for the Thunder.
You know, put a rough first half behind him. He's absolutely crushing it here in the second.
You always hear coaches preaching consistency. Doris, what enables that kind of night in, night out reliability?
Well, I think a lot goes into it, and you can start with pride, Kevin. If you're putting in the kind of preparation necessary, then you're going to take a certain amount of pride in the things you do on a night-by-night basis. Things aren't always going to go your way, but it's not how you end the night. It's how do you respond in the middle of the game when things are going against you. Calls haven't gone your way, or perhaps there's a bad matchup. What's your response? So a lot of things go into consistency, and it's why we take special pride covering players who pride themselves on being available.
And one of the most admired things you have, too, as well.
Correct. Michael Jordan loved to play every night.
Offline with his 3.
He needs to stop shooting the ball right now. This is hurting his team.
Here's Diallo. It's tipped. And here's Carter. Here's Washburn. The rebound by Patterson. Patterson's got 5 rebounds tonight. It's good.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
To the inside, Washburn. That's in for his 5th field goal of the game. Makes him 5 for 12 so far.
I'll tell you, he's doing everything scoring-wise this period to try to keep them in it.
Shot from 16. Patterson can't get it to go. And for Memphis, they're shooting 55% in the 4th. They are executing late. Carter against Schroeder. Here's Washburn. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City.
Yeah, and something we always talk about, though, shot selection.
Yeah, that's not a good example right there. You could have worked it around to get a better opportunity.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
And Morris comes over to help. And it's Valanciunas finishing it off.
Well, Kevin, so much of the NBA is about pick-and-roll opportunities, and who better than Jonas Valanciunas to roll to the cup?
It's deflected.
Oklahoma City foul.
The Grizzlies making a switch here. Dorsey's checked in.
Second team foul. Substitution on the court.
Grizzlies shooting 47%, pretty solid. No good from outside. Oklahoma City dictating the flow. Here's Nader. Lays it up off the glass.
I'll tell you, unless someone gets a hand to it, it's hard to miss the mark from that close range.
A lot of times late in the season, Doris, we see the expensive vets bought out of their contracts. Often they sign for a a cheap price for a true contender, and that affects parity among postseason qualifiers.
No doubt about it, Kevin. It really brings into very sharp focus the value of a quality GM, because the rich can get richer, and it can tilt things toward the top teams. I don't mind it, Kevin. Part of the reason these players agree to a buyout in the first place is the opportunity to choose their next situation. It is within the rules, and therefore I have no problem with it.
I like it as well. Here's Burton. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points, so 1 free throw coming up.
I tell you what, his accuracy has been the story of this game.
No doubt. I mean, he's doing his best to guide his team to victory. Superb job shooting the ball in this final period.
One shot, mind the lanes.
And that one misses. So it's the Grizzlies now, all alone. And he hits the jump shot. The Thunder shooting has been out of this world, 74% from the field. Schroeder and Oklahoma City again with the bucket.
That's just a case where he gets the space he needs and uses it to his advantage to make the jumper.
Pass to Valanciunas. Back to Carter. Memphis moving it around. To the middle. And he banks in the layup.
And immediately looking for the open man when the double team comes to him.
Here's Nader. And it's blocked. Here is Carter, down low. And another assist for him.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Here's Schroeder. But they get it back. Here's Noel. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. 6 points for Nerlens Noel.
We're talking about a guy who's got incredible length. Nerlens Noel doing work on the glass.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for Oklahoma City.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And this will now push it to a total of 44 games in the win column on the season.
They were really smart in the use of that game plan tonight. Used it in their first 2 games against this team, which equaled to 2 wins.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Russell Westbrook.
Boy, his activity really stood out to me on the defensive end. He harassed ball handlers, came up with steals in transition. You had the feeling guys were looking over their shoulder, worried he was going to pick their pocket.
A baseline J. The shot by Nader, no good. Schroeder against Carter. His three-pointers off the mark.
Timeout.
And Billy Donovan wants a timeout. What's your take, guys?
You know, this is a timeout maybe just so they can pat each other on the back, because no other reason to call it.
You know, I think it's an opportunity just for the coach to see some execution. Finish this thing out the right way.
Chance now to recognize our Jordan player of the game, Russell Westbrook.
And what an amazing ball game we've seen from him.
It's been a one-man show worth the price of admission all by itself. There wasn't anything he couldn't do on that court tonight.
Well, to come in here facing a hostile crowd and have a game like he's had, that's what separates the good players from the great players. We've got 28 seconds left in the fourth, and that one's good. Schroeder.
And on the road, silencing the crowd. What a dominant performance.
Well, they took control of this game from the outset, a commanding all-around performance and an important road win.
And it's Noel with the rebound.
He needs to drive to the rim. The shot just not going.
Lets it go from the wing, and Oklahoma City again with the bucket.
And saving their best for last. Tremendous run here to seal the win.
Well, this is exactly how you put teams away. Late game execution leads to a tremendous win.
So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much, Paul. Congrats on the win. Where's your team's attitude right now?
Continue to, play together, and we can just stick to that. Keep working, staying confident, keep defending, and knocking shots down. We'll be all right.
Looked like it all came together tonight, Paul. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Doris Burke, David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.